you have, you can't really tell what it's supposed to be or what the point is. So by zooming out a little bit, we can see that it's a membership form. We can see that there's 4 steps to it, and we can see that there's an email newsletter down here. And then we have the navigation stuff. So we're kind of saying, like, what's the overall business model? What are the key conversions we should see? And then we try to match all of those. And then, so that's the top-down version. And then the bottoms-up version, we start at the bottom and say, what are the individual elements? What do they mean? And try to group them and find the context around them. So we're doing that process kind of constantly. So you make any changes to your website, we capture that and automatically update your configurations. So the first step is reviewing a tracking plan. So this is what someone, if like you are doing a consulting gig, a lot of the times you do an audit or provide examples of what you think should be tracked. That's what we do first. So here's the 5 key conversion events that we found. So that email form submission, members of form submission, and then we automatically map it to the right place in Facebook, Google, LinkedIn, HubSpot, whatever information you need to pass or should be passed in terms of best practices. We take care of that all for you. So this email form submission, for example, right now it's a HubSpot form. Before it was a Webflow form. So the company just made a change, didn't tell us. Our system noticed that, update the configuration and set it to the same event. So they lost no data in between because we were monitoring and making sure that it worked correctly. And that's kind of where we see the longer term value of, like, okay, yeah, doing it once kind of sucks, but you don't do it that often. But breaking things is really easy when you're constantly making changes to your page or in that growth stage where you're adding flows, removing flows, trying to optimize your onboarding process, all of those aspects. So once you're done, you approve, and we generate. Today we're using as many like third-party tools as we can to make it a little bit easier to get to market. So we're using Google Tag Manager as a middleware. So you get a Tag Manager container. Are you familiar with Tag Manager?
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. So you can import a container. That's not the right place. Don't want to do that. You import a container. It's like a JSON configuration, and then that will populate the entire container for you. So you get all the tags, get every detail. It's all predefined, mapped to the right place. So when I preview, this would then just automatically work. So this process normally takes around 10 hours for a small website, like 15 pages or less. And we just did it in less than 5 minutes.
Wow.
And we're getting about 95% of the events that we want on the first pass with no human interaction. So we're pretty excited about the accuracy of what we're doing. We are using LLMs, but not really in a way that has a lot of like uncertainty associated with it, because we're really just using it for, we do all the deterministic things that we know exactly what to do. And then we use it for context or human understandability. Like, what does this concept actually mean to a marketer or to an operations person? Or if you have specific concepts in your code that mean things internally, but you wouldn't really know on the website, we capture those as well. And so the goal is really to move people to one, privacy and compliance. There's cookies are going away in June for Chrome.